Holy smokes, this is crazy. Okay, so I've read through this and I think I've done the setup for us, but now I've got to read this all to you so you understand just how nuts this is, because this looks nothing like what we've been doing for this whole time. So this will be like the 5th 4 Against Darkness video that I've done here, and this is nothing at all like what I've seen in the game so far. This is Chapter 3 of 4 Against Darkness, Caves of the Kobold Slave Masters. This is something that you can pick up for a big whole $2 over at like Drive-Thru RPG, the Ganesha Games, or Ganesha, however you pronounce it, .net Games website. So it's only $2 for the PDF. You can go ahead and buy the book from Amazon or Lulu.com for like $7. Yowza, this is crazy. So we are in the temple. So let me just read this to you. We're going to jump right in. There is no delay here. There's no little story, none of that. This is just what's happening. Okay. In this last chapter, the heroes are in a temple besieged by minor demons. That's these guys. Okay, notice how many there are. If you killed the demon in Chapter 2, the demon's servants are coming to avenge their lord. If you did not kill him, he will be part of the force besieging the temple. If any of your characters were killed in the previous chapter, create new heroes who come to the temple answering a call for help from the temple priestesses. This adventure does not require you to generate a dungeon. It is a long battle taking place in a single building. There are 3 locations in the temple: the altar, the door, and the hall. Draw 3 circles on a sheet of paper and name them: altar, hall, and door. You must now deploy your forces. You may keep all your characters in one location, or you may split them as you see fit. So I just kind of split things up, right? The colored dice that you're familiar with are my characters, right? So here's my wizard, here's my dwarf, here's my cleric, and here's my rogue. Let's see here. You must also deploy the temple defenders, 3 priestesses. They even have names: Argolia, Limna, and Thesia. First level clerics armed with a hand weapon and wearing no armor and 2 life each. So they're the black ones. Okay, so here's the 3 level 1 clerics with a +0 attack and a +0 defense. Fabulous. And then mages: Migris, Taltus, Dio, and Farah. First level wizards with no spells. Great. Armed with a light weapon, so they're at -1 and 2 life each. So these are the orange ones, and then there's a special one here. Migris has a scroll allowing him to cast 1 lightning spell that may not be given to any other character. So the significance of him having the lightning spell is, I think, that had we not killed the demon boss, it gives us a little bit of something to use against the demon boss, assuming this guy lives, which he won't. Also, I can just shoot one of these little demons at a +or -0 attack roll, as opposed to every other attack roll by the orange ones being at -1. He gets 1 shot at it. Okay, if you managed to free Elvin from the Kobold Slave Masters, see Chapter 1, you may deploy him as well. Elvin is a 3rd level warrior and is wearing heavy armor, so that's +2, with a shield, +3. So I've got Elvin, level 3 warrior, defense of 3. He fights with his magic sword that gives him +1 to attack demons unless he lent the sword to the party in Chapter 2 and the sword was lost. So he actually gets a +4 on his attack because he is a warrior who adds their level to their attack rolls, plus the magic sword, so he's at a +4 and he has 9 hit points, right? Because they are 6+ level. Okay, so he is a monster. Make a note of where your characters, the priestesses, Elvin, and the scholars are, then roll on the demon strategy table. So I want to show you that real fast here. Down at the bottom, demon's strategy table, it tells us where they attack, and we don't know that just yet, right? So that's why we have to do this first. It's going to be a surprise. Then run all the locations simultaneously as 3 combat encounters. Play the turns as follows: demon's turn at the door, character's turn at the door. So they even get first attack. Demon's turn at the altar, character turn at the altar, character's turn, or demon's turn in the hall, character's turn in the hall. If the demons kill all the characters in a location, or the characters withdraw from that location, the demons have conquered that location. God, I almost feel like it'd be better to like hole up in one spot, spread the pain around a little bit. I mean, like, who cares if they take over 2 spots? They're going to come to us anyway, and in lesser numbers, right? Is that how that works? If a location is left unguarded, that is, if no priestess, scholar, or party member is deployed there, 1 demon will move there and occupy the location. A demon that does this cannot attack that turn. If the demon is moving out of a combat, a character of your choice may perform an attack roll at +1 against that demon. So these 3 are all connected. This should have been like more like a triangle, as opposed, like, so you can go from the hall to the door, right? Okay, once the demons have conquered all locations, the demons win the game. Your characters are trapped inside the temple. If they move out, abandoning the temple, the adventure ends. The characters survive, but the scenario is considered unsuccessful and no experience rolls are gained. Characters and other temple defenders can leave a location and move to another location, for example, moving from the altar to the hall. This counts as their action for that turn, so no spellcasting or attack may be performed while they move. All characters and other temple defenders may use the withdraw option to move from one location to another, but if they all do so, that location counts as conquered by the demon, so we can't even leave a place undefended. Now, the next section here, demonic forces. The besiegers will be a total of 18 red-skinned minor demons, level 6 minions. Level 6? Are you kidding me? We can't even hit these dudes. Armed with poisonous pitchforks. Save versus level 4 poison. That's why this is here. That's why I wrote this here. Level 4 poison. Barbarians and halflings roll at +1. We don't have any of those. On a failure, lose 1 from your defense rolls until healed, or lose 1 life. Your choice. The demons are vulnerable to holy water. Throwing 1 vial is an action equivalent to performing an attack, but no attack roll is needed. The hit is automatic, so 1 character will kill 1 minion, 1 minor demon, per turn using a single vial. If the major demon from chapter 2, so I'm not going to read all that because we killed it, and you have to, if you're going to buy this, I'm going to, I'm trying to leave as much to be discovered for you as possible. I'm going to skip all the demon stuff and go to the very bottom. All the demons will, because this is all, yeah, that's all boss monster stuff, but we killed him. All the demons will fight to the death and will not roll morale in this scenario. If the demons kill all the characters in one location, 1 demon will remain in that location to garrison it, and the other demons will move to other locations where there are characters to be attacked. And the last part is ending the adventure, which we're just going to wait on to find out what happens. What an absolute nightmare. Thankfully, we are going in fully healed. Unfortunately, our party is a wreck. We have they're a level 2 cleric and a level 2 rogue and a level 1 dwarf and a level 1 wizard, so we don't have a whole lot going for us. Ooh, you know what? We get to pick our spells and all that good stuff. Maybe we take 3 fireballs. Maybe we take 3 fireballs instead of our usual little distribution here, just because maybe we stand a better chance of using our fireballs with our mage. She's the fancy purple one. It's actually very sparkly. I don't know if you've ever been able to tell, but it's sparkly inside. There's like glitter in there. So that's our mage. That's why it's easy for me to remember that's the mage, right? Okay, so I think we're ready to get started here. Yikes. Let me arrange some things here and think about if I want to change my positioning, because I'm not opposed to having everybody hole up here, because that's 4, 12, that's 13 of us could hole up in one spot. If they come to us, we can spread out the suffering, yeah? And then we can all come in and attack them. That seems like better than getting just mauled. So I'm going to think about how we're going to break this up here. You know what? Yeah, let me just take a quick break. I'm going to think about how this is going to break down, and then we'll go from there, okay? So we'll be right back. Okay, so I've dramatically changed my mind here, right? And the reason is I don't think... I've read this over and over and over, thinking I'm missing something. And I think what's missing from this, at least maybe from a design standpoint, like if I was to rewrite this, I would write in something that says for every lost spot, like if we lose the hall, they get a +1 on their attack or something, right? Or something, right? Or we get a -1 to our defense, right? Meaning that it wouldn't be smart to hole up in here. And I think that's the best bet. I like, can we distribute our guys like this? Like, who cares if we lose these, right? Who cares? What matters is not if I have my party in a spot like this and I'm taking on 9 dudes, they're gonna get multiple attacks against me. If we're like this, we get a lot of attacks back against them, and we have more hit points. They have 1, right? Now, so I don't know if it matters to do something like this. I really don't. I can't figure this out. I can't figure out why I wouldn't just hole everybody up in one spot. I can't figure it out. It doesn't make any sense. You must also deploy the temple defenders, 3 priestesses, 4 scholars. Nowhere does it say at least 1 per room. Nowhere does it say there's a disadvantage for having people in a different room. That seems entirely thematic. Like, let them trash the place. Who cares, right? Make note of where your characters, the priestesses, Elven, and the scholars are, then roll on the demon strategy table, which we've looked at, I should have probably read it, to determine where the demons attack from, then run all of the locations simultaneously as 3 combat encounters. Now, additionally, It says that they will move to a place to garrison it, and if they do, they can't attack. They can't attack the turn they move, right? So why would I not just? I mean, I don't see why not. I must be missing something here. I don't see why you would do anything different. If a location is left unguarded, no priestess, scholar, or party members, one demon will move there and occupy the location. A demon that does this cannot attack that turn. But I think that's if they just walk somewhere, right? If the demon is moving out of a combat, if the demons kill the characters in a location, or the characters withdraw from the location, the demons have conquered that location. So maybe we have to have one at each just to be on that. Well, God, these guys suck more than anybody, so we'll get rid of these guys. How's that? Sorry, mages, right? Because they're rolling, at -1 for their attacks anyway. Not that they're going to live, but I don't know how this works. But I can't. I'm failing to see why this isn't the strategic best choice. I guess. Like, I'm not understanding why this wouldn't work the best, particularly if they come to me and can't attack when they get to attack first. I just don't see it. I don't see why this isn't the smartest move, right? Okay, so let's just see what happens here. So let's go ahead, let's find a die that isn't being used. I've got one here. Let's roll on the chart and see what they do. Watch them all jump me to begin with. Where am I at? We're at the altar. That seems like the likely place that we'd want to defend. Yeah, oops. All right, so we have a 2. Demons appear inside the temple and attack the altar. Okay. All right, well, how stupid was that? I promise you, I swear to you this wasn't staged either. That's the best part about this. So, holy smokes. Oh my goodness. I didn't expect that to happen. So what I was hoping, just so you know, is I was hoping they would spawn here or split or something. So the idea being that they would move to me and I would get first dibs, right? This was probably the worst case scenario for this this setup. And then, like, these dudes may as well just, like, stay here, or do they just join the battle? Like, why not, right? Goodness, we're about to take some damage. So we have 18 attacks to make against us. So we have what? We have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So here's what I think. I think that if we have 10 people here, the first 10, what is this? 6. The first 10 roll against everybody, and then remember it says they hate the priestesses, so that'd be the next like 3, right? Then there's these 2, then that leaves 3, then maybe it's those 3 get attacked a second time. So these guys only get attacked 1 time, yeah? Alright, so I'm gonna have to like really figure this out here, okay? So let's just roll all of these for the first 5. How's that? Okay, so for the first, I don't even know how to do this. This is so many guys. So the first 5 go here, and they need 6s to not get 1 point of damage on them, right? So they need 6s. So who survived that? So these 2 survived. Okay, so they don't get hit at all, but these all need to make saves versus level 4 poison now because these guys have poison-tipped spears or something. And so 2 of these guys did not meet the requirement, so I think they died. This will be our graveyard. And this guy did make the save, but now he's down to 1 hit point. And now all of these guys have to defend 3, 4, 5 against these. And again, we need a 7 here, right? Which basically means we're gonna die. Okay, so let's see here. So I gotta go real slow here. Okay, so my dwarf has a 4 + 2, so my dwarf got hit. So the dwarf is going to fail the save. So the dwarf got hit for 2. Okay, so the dwarf is going to get hit for 2 damage, going from 6 to 4. Okay, and then Elvin has a 5 + 3, so he made it. These 2 guys rolled 6s. Good job. And what is this? So the mage gets hit. So for at least 1 save versus poison level 4, good. So the mage gets hit for 1, going from 3 down to 2. Okay. Whew. All right, we still have... Oh my goodness, right? that was how many attacks? That was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 attacks, right? So there's 6, 10. So we still have this many to go. Okay, so we'll do 3 attacks against... because they killed people. It's going to be against our whole party. So these 3 guys need 6s to not die. Oh yeah, they're all dead. Right, because They all just got hit. I think one only had 1 hit point anyway. Not a single one of them. Yeah, no, they all died. Even though that guy would have saved, he was probably dead anyway. So those guys are all dead. Okay, so here's our team again making saving throws. Come on, mage, don't die. So the mage is going to get hit. It looks like. Dang it. Okay, so yeah, let's start with. So Elven didn't get hit. Dwarf got hit. So Dwarf is only to the +2. So Dwarf failed to save, so got hit for 2 more. So from 4 down to 2 hit points. I mean, with a level 1, with a bunch of level 1s in here, I don't know how I'm going to pull this off, right? So then our rogue got hit. So the rogue got hit and did save. So the rogue got hit for 1 damage. So it goes from 5 to 4. Okay, and then what else do we have here? We have these two. So she saved, amazingly enough, but she did not. So she gets hit with a 5. So for 1 damage, oh, she needs to make the save or we lost. She made it. Okay, so our mage has 1 hit point. Holy smokes. Okay. So that all happened, yeah? So I think the best bet now is to have, well, okay, so then the combat will continue on with all of these guys doing their thing. We're going to cast Fireball. That's at a +1 because we're level 1, so we need to roll a 5 anyway. I knew that would happen. And then everything else doesn't matter. Everything else is just a roll. So we got misses, and we've got 1 hit and 1 hit. So we killed 2 guys. Yeah. And we lost Fireball here. Okay. And then we go to this guy who's going to like move in, and this guy who's going to move in just to take some damage. And then now we're about, I mean, how is this doable? So we only have how many guys alive? 5, 6, 7. Oh my god. So 4, 5, 6, 7. So they have enough to attack us. Oh god, everybody. Okay, so here we go again. I mean, this is impossible. My characters weren't leveled up enough. And yeah, this is brutal. Okay, so these 2 guys are gonna get hit for at least 1. They're new, so they have 1 hit point left. They gotta make saves. One of them saved, one of them died. So that guy saved, this guy died. It looks like every single person here got hit. So all of my guys take a point of damage. So my mage died. And then these guys all need to make a save or take an extra damage. So it looks like, okay, so the rogue and the dwarf only take 1. So the rogue and the dwarf, so 1 and 3. So the rogue has 3 hit points, the dwarf has 1. Looks like the cleric just got hit for 2, so she goes from 6 to 4. And amazingly enough, Elvin's going to carry this, right? Because he's just a beast. Okie dokie. So we have 4 guys left. So all of these attacks have to happen again. So those 4. So here we go again. I mean, this is impossible. Especially now that I don't have Fireball. Okay, so we got ourselves a cluster here, right? So we've got... So this guy gets hit right away. We're just going to call that one, right? Oh, did I not roll her? Okay, so there's that. And then, because we're only missing the mage, I should probably erase her hit points so I don't get tripped up. Okay, so then this guy, I think he died. And then, and then we have, what do we have here for saves? We have, or defense rolls, right? We have a +2, so that's good. This is good. This is not good, and this is good. So she gets hit for 1. So cleric taking 2 points of damage down to 2. All right, and then we have 4 guys. Oh, we have 5 left. Okay, so here we go again. Oh my god, this is impossible. Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch of 1s. So everybody got hit. Cleric saved. Everybody got hit for 1. So the dwarf is just dead. Dwarf is just dead. Okay. And we got to roll for 2 damage. This could kill. Let's see here. Oh, so we're down to 1 on the rogue. And dude Homeo saved there. Okay, so I guess the remaining 1 attacks the cleric because, you know, they hate the priestesses, so why not? Ooh, and she saved. So now it's our attack. I mean, I need 6. So none of these are any good, right? Because this is 5 minus 4. This is 4 plus 1. So none of these are any good. But here is at least one dead one. Yay. So we killed one. We've managed to kill 3 of these. And so now we have how many groups of 3? Holy cow, this is impossible. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh my god. So they have to make 5. Okay, well, so Elvin got hit, and so the rogue died. Yeah, I don't understand. Like, this is brutal. Okay, so the rogue dies. Elvin got hit. That's amazing. So Elvin got hit. Oh, it has to make a save versus poison, and didn't make it. So Elvin got hit for 2, is down to 7. Cleric survived. Okay, yeah. So now we've got to do, oh my god. We've got to break these down into groups of 2 now. Holy cow. So then we're doing another group. So we have to roll 7s. Oh my god. So she saved, amazingly enough, but Elvin got hit, and a save versus poison. No. So Elvin got hit for 2, going down to 5 hit points. Yeah, you know, I thought this would be a fun thing to play a couple of times. I don't think it is anymore. I think that this is just too brutal, and I don't know how to do this. So we're going to do 2 more, especially with level 1 characters. Like, I stood no chance. Oh no, the cleric got hit and Elvin saved. So Elvin saved, cleric gets hit for 1, and she saved. So she's down to 1 hit point. And I know I could take the -1 on my defense, but that would quickly get stupid. So it's just too hard to track. This is just easier. So here goes another 2. Wow. So everybody got hit. So the cleric dies. And we're down to Elvin, who just took 2 points of damage. So Elvin is down to 3 hit points. Yeah, this is over, okay? I mean, there's no sense in even rolling for Elvin at this point when I can just roll these against Elvin. So basically, they all attack him, and here we go. So if there's anything that is a 3, he gets hit by. Oh my god, really? Are you kidding me? He got hit once and all that? Because he's +3 on his defense. So, and see, I should be that burly, but I'm not. So he got hit for 1, has to make a save versus poison, and he does. Wow, so he's down to 2 hit points. Wow. Okay, so Elvin, you get your 1 roll. We need how many 6s? 15 6s in a row. Let's see it, bro. Oh, you killed 1. Okay. Now they all roll against you. I have to do this just to see this through, right? I mean, there's no coming out of that. So there's a bunch of 2s and 1s and 3s in there. That was it. This is so we have fallen. I mean, there's no way. My party didn't level up. I thought it would be so much fun if I could actually make it through this, and I bet it would be. But the party, I just didn't have it in me. I didn't, right? We had 2 level 1s and 2 level 2s. The party has fallen. We tried, everybody. Ending the adventure. Once all the demons are killed, blah, 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 blah. Nope, that didn't happen. We died. I don't think anything actually, I don't even think I get to read anything. If the demons kill all the characters in one location, no, that's it. It just is, all characters surviving the battle, get some really cool stuff, but no, we all died. So, yeah, that is it. If the demons kill all the characters on location, the characters, nope, that's it. We died. And I really thought that was our best chance, you know, to spread the pain out. Because could you imagine, what else is on this chart? 50-50 split, that would have been bad. See, my thinking was it would have been better if they spawned somewhere else and then they had to walk to me so I would get first hit, right? That was my thought. The problem is the defenders that we have are garbage, right? So, I mean, they have to roll 6s to hit, and my party was garbage too. We were not leveled up. We had level 1 dwarf, level 1 mage, who can't land a spell her entire career, even though it's her first outing, I think. Oh, no, she was in our last one, wasn't she? Yeah, that's right. Her twin sister, her clone, died in the caves. So we had a semi-successful chapter 1, a very successful chapter 2, an utter failure on chapter 3, the temple. But either way, it's been a ton of fun. And again, this is something that is only $2, right? I mean, the base game here, you can get the PDF for $8, or the actual print book for like $13-14. But this is $2 over at DriveThruRPG, $2 US, so whatever that is in your currency. Totally worth it. A lot of fun. I think that I would like to try this with a bunch of level 2 dudes and to see how they do on this adventure. But that is a shame that we didn't do better. But still fun. We had a good time. We lost all kinds of amazing gear, right? Like we had a +1 bow. To me, that's amazing. That's the only magical weapon I've ever found in the entirety of playing this through like I guess 8 maps now. I've only ever found one magic weapon and a ring of teleportation. I guess right. I guess there's that. A couple of scrolls and we have no gold. All right. Well, anyway, it's just been a lot of fun. I just kind of wanted to see how this system worked. These little things are definitely key to it. So when you go out and you buy this is fun about 3 or 4 generic maps, right? I also strongly suggest printing out everything I have here. This is what you need. And this one you can probably do without if you can remember how combat works. This is a encounters table, wherever I got this from, on the Board Game Geek page for Against Darkness. Look in the file section. All of this stuff is there. Get yourself a better character sheet. And this. I think this is actually with this thing. I think this and this are with that. So you can get most of this pretty easily. I made them small so that they fit in the book because I like the idea that they can just like tuck right in here, and now I have a little contained thing for Against Darkness. But yeah, this is a pretty fun system. I like that you can run a party. It's definitely old school, right? This is definitely like D&D old school, like basic Dungeons and Dragons. Like elf is a class, dwarf is a class. I never liked that. But I dig how this mostly plays out. My biggest gripe, as you all know, and I'm sorry to harp on it some more, but the editing in all of this leaves a lot to be desired. But it's a pretty cool thing. I see why people like it a lot. I definitely get it now, which is good. It's a lot better than where I started with this. I didn't get it at all. You can get these little supplements here for super inexpensive. And then there's a brand new one that's supposed to be just fascinating. It's something towns. It's like 18 bucks, 400 pages. I bet it makes this so amazing. And then do yourself a favor and head on over to the oh, how funny. Here, I'll pull it up for you. Head on over to YouTube and pull up the Dungeon Dive, right? Daniel over here does an amazing job. And look, oddly enough, he has, like I said, everybody uses these same sheets for encounters. They're incredible. Use that sheet. You can see that I've been watching this playlist again here from the get-go, and it's worth it, especially learning about the Lantern. You can see part 5 there. He talks about the zine, the Lantern episode 1, volume 1 and 2, and they're fantastic. I can't believe how much is added to this game. This is just the one-off adventure you just saw all 3 chapters of, but the rest of the stuff adds tons of character classes. There was like a town. He was showing maps of what's in there, all kinds of special rules and everything. So this system is enormous. And in the end, it's been around long enough now. When did this come out? 2016. So it's for 7 years old now. And I feel like what I would do, and I know I'm not this person, and so it's easy to just, level the information out nobody asked for, but here it is. I think that the thing to do at this stage of the game is to not only completely rewrite this book, right? I mean, the rules are fine. It's the clarity of the rules that is terrible. But this needs to be a bit more. We can get rid of the stuff in the middle, right? There's pages to be saved here. All of the tables are duplicated in the back. Get rid of all that. The FAQ, get rid of that. Work the FAQ answers into the actual rules of the book, right? So we're not really adding or subtracting stuff. This, I get, this is cute and fun. Where is it? Like this stuff. Yeah, whatever. People are going to do their own thing. Does anybody actually use this like religiously? Maybe they do, maybe they don't. It could also be on a single page. All of this little shorthand stuff, okay? Right, so you can save a lot of pages just from not duplicating all of the... Look at all this. Like, this is just in the middle of the book, and then it's, elsewhere. So I don't think we need... Look at all these charts are elsewhere, right? This, we know, could fit on 1 page, perhaps 2, just for print, so it's a little bit larger. Fine. All of these things are duplicated again. Great, you can thin this down. Then you take the rules from like some of the other books, and I don't know which ones they are, but it's like the ones that have expanded rules up to like, let's say, level 10. Put those in the base game rules, maybe all the way to 20. Sell this for $20 or $25, but have it be proofread and contain all of these other things and put them together. Then you make another book. That is the omnibus of adventures, right? You put them all in there, you sell that for another 40 bucks or whatever, right? You've got a whole, or a grouping of them, maybe not all of them, right? You sell that for 20 bucks, and you put 10 or 15 of per adventure, per person, right? Because they're all color-coded somehow. You put all the gold ones in a pack, all the yellow ones in a pack, all the pink ones in a pack, whatever, and in one book. So you have it all together, so that I don't have to have 60 books. And that's not an exaggeration, okay? I don't want that. I want like 5, right? Give me 5 decent-sized books with all the stuff, right? This size is great. The form factor's nice and all, but the stuff is too spread out. And then maybe make one other book. Maybe even, like in this one, maybe you keep just, a couple of dudes or something, but maybe make another book with all of the classes or something, right? There's a way to do this a lot better than it grew to be, right? I'm not trying to like point fingers and pass blame here and say this sucks. What I'm saying is it grew in a very messy way. This started out very simple and basic, right? It came with this, and then the very next thing that came out for it was this. That's great and all. And now there's like 60 different things that you can get, okay? That's awesome. It's wonderful that that happened, but maybe we just buy 2 400-page tomes now. Maybe we buy 3 400-page tomes, right? One with all of the classes and all of the rules, and then one with every single adventure. Maybe, right, and then the new towns one, right? Maybe that's the answer. I'm more likely to buy that than I am something like this. I want to say these are, bite-sized little impulse purchase things, right? It's, yeah, $2 for this, but I'd rather have the book. Well, all of a sudden now the book is like $7, $12, $13, $14. Then I got to pay for shipping from some places, like I don't have Amazon Prime. I pay for shipping, right? From lulu.com, I got to pay for shipping, right? So why don't you just make a big book that I pay a little bit more for and get everything, right? So it just, at this point in its career, maybe it's time for a second edition or something. That's just my thoughts on it, whatever. I think it's very messy, but again, it's a really cool system. It works really well. I think it needs a lot of proofreading. I don't know how the other books are written by other people. I have no idea. I have no idea why this is gold and not, yellow and not gold. I don't know if there's some difference there or what the case may be. The whole thing's a mess. When you have 60 pages of a catalog dedicated to supplements for one game, something needs to be condensed. Okay, that's all I'm saying. But it's doable. You can piecemeal your way into it and buy a couple of books here and there, and maybe that works better. Maybe that's been proven to be better in the long run. I don't know. Maybe people like having an entire bookshelf full of little things. But I keep hearing similar complaints. Well, I take 2 books and I make an adventure from that. Rather than all the rules. Maybe that's the best way to do it. I roll a die and I have all my books on a D20 and I take them, I have them numbered, so I pull 2 books from that. And that's the adventure I make using the classes and the enemies I find. Maybe that's what people like to do. I don't know. I would rather have things nice and neat and all together and a nice collector's type thing. Like, look at this. This is everything in one amazing book. But maybe that's just me. But in any case, that's all I've got to say about 4 Against Darkness. This was Caves of the Kobold Slave Masters. We got absolutely slaughtered in the temple. It was a lot of fun. It was certainly different, right? I can't believe that system works so well for that. I wish we got to attack first, although I'm not sure. I even tried to rig it so that maybe they'd come to us. Instead, they saw right through our plan and spawned right on us, apparently, right? Those crafty demons. So thanks for watching. And remember, games are made for everyone's recreation. We'll see you next time.